I think sometimes our biggest mistake in this country is trying to be good to people. We're a benevolent country. We really are. We do more good for people around the world than any other country on the face of the planet. And we try to help people. And I see folks that condemn the fact that what Donald Trump said about not letting the Muslims in this country, and they say he's hateful. And a lot of things about Donald Trump I said the other day that I don't like, when he calls people names and talks about certain issues and things, and I don't like that about him. I'll vote for him if he's elected, because I'd rather vote for him than have Hillary Clinton in office, because I think overall he would be a lot better and do a lot better job than anybody on that side would. But Cruz is my guy. I like Cruz, but I'm kind of getting away from that. I'm not on here to promote anybody. I just, I set it up to say this. The other day, I saw a post, and Donald Trump was being excoriated because he had said what he did about Muslims. Right now, let me explain something to you. Right now in Sweden is trying to run them off. The people of Sweden are trying to run them out. They're burning their mosques down and everything else. Why? Because for years, Sweden has let people come in there without any restrictions. They give them money. They gave them food stamps. They gave them everything, housing, anything that you could think of. They've done for these people because they felt they wanted to be humane. They wanted to show them the decency of humanity, to bring them in there and give them a place to live and a place to stay. So they invited them in, and you say, well, that's great. I'm glad they did that. And it all sounds good on its surface, right? But these people didn't come in there and say, oh, thank you. We want to be like you now. We want to be Swedish. No, that's not what happened. Right now, the number one crime in Sweden is rape. You want to know why? Because in the Muslim culture, it's okay for a Muslim man to rape a non-Muslim woman. That's why. And there's other crimes that are associated with this bunch that aren't pretty. And so the Swedes are, like I say, they're trying to get rid of them. They're burning down their mosques, and they're trying to run them off. I can't blame them, because they all just let them come in there. In 15 years, it's estimated that Sweden will no longer be an Anglo country. It'll be a Muslim country. That the Swedes will be a minority in their own country. And they realize this. The Germans are PO'd at Angela Merkel, or as they say on PBS, Angela. They have to be so special on there. Angela Merkel, Prime Minister of Germany, is not popular right now because she's been letting Muslims come in there. And the EU, the European Union, has said that they have to. Well, the people are starting to put their foot down and say, we don't care what they say. They're not coming in here anymore. Because in Germany, you may have heard it a couple of days ago, where the Muslim men would form a big circle around a group of women, and the men on the inner circle would rape the women in the inner part of the circle. And this has been going on for a while now, and it hasn't been reported. You want to know why? Because our precious president didn't want the media to say anything about it here, and they didn't want to say anything about it over there either, because it makes them look stupid. Yeah, really? Stupid, you think? See, we have to be careful, because now even here in Dearborn, Michigan, is where the number one place that they're migrating to. You know what's going on there? Mercy killings, honor killings. Remember the two girls a while back, a couple of years ago, that got killed? Her dad killed them because he felt like they were becoming too westernized, and he killed them and he went back to the Middle East somewhere. Killed his own daughters. That kind of stuff's going on up there. They're up there fighting now for days off, holidays, religious holidays, their religious holidays off, close businesses down, close the schools down because of their religious holidays. I thought we had a separation of church and state. Funny me. And here we are, letting them do it and saying, we don't care. Let them in here. You know what the whole problem is? 53%, there was a poll taken, 53% of Democrats don't care if Hillary's indicted for a crime. They're going to vote for her anyway. Says a lot about Democrats, doesn't it? Yeah, there's people in this country who just don't care. This is the same thing with this Muslim problem. They don't care. They don't understand that the more people that come in here, the more influence they have. The more people that come in here, let's say that we become like Sweden, and all of a sudden that Americans are the minority in our own country. All of a sudden, all these people start getting elected to office. They start rewriting the laws. The Constitution becomes null and void. And all of a sudden, we're living in a country where they believe in Sharia law. Now, you women can't drive. If you get caught stealing, you get your hand lopped off. Any other kind of offense just about can get your head cut off. I mean, and if you don't convert to their way of thinking and to their religion, they do cut your head off. So, are we going to let them in? Are we just going to sit back and be naive about it now and say, oh, they're harmless? Really? Are we going to be that stupid? Because a lot of them may be harmless. But can you afford to take that chance with your kids' lives? Or your grandkids' lives? Are you willing to take that chance? I'm not.